@Canada/Kindy/about this sound listen. French Canada is a country in the northern part of North America. Its 10 provinces and 3 territories extend from the Atlantic to the Pacific and northward into the Arctic Ocean, covering 9.98 million square kilometers, 3.85 million square miles, making it the world's second largest country by total area and the fourth largest country by land area. Canada's southern border with the United States is the world's longest binational land border. The majority of the country has a cold or severely cold winter climate, but southerly areas are warm in summer. Canada is sparsely populated, the majority of its land territory being dominated by forest and tundra and the Rocky Mountains. It is highly urbanized with 82% of the 35.15 million people concentrated in large and medium-sized cities, many near the southern border. Its capital is Ottawa, and its largest metropolitan areas are Toronto, Montreal and Vancouver. Various indigenous peoples had inhabited what is now Canada for thousands of years prior to European colonization. Beginning in the 16th century, British and French claims were made on the area, with the colony of Canada first being established by the French in 1535 during Jacques Cartier's second voyage to New France. As a consequence of various conflicts, Great Britain gained and lost territories within British North America until it was left, in the late 18th century, with what mostly geographically comprises Canada today. Pursuant to the British North America Act, on July 1, 1867, the colonies of Canada, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia joined to form the semi-autonomous Federal Dominion of Canada. This began an accretion of provinces and territories to the mostly self-governing Dominion to the present 10 provinces and 3 territories forming modern Canada. In 1931, Canada achieved near total independence from the United Kingdom with the Statute of Westminster 1931, but at the time, Canada decided to allow the British Parliament to temporarily retain the power to amend Canada's constitution, on request from the Parliament of Canada. With the Constitution Act 1982, Canada took over that authority as a conclusion of patriation, removing the last remaining ties of legal dependence on the British Parliament, giving the country full sovereignty. Canada is a federal parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy, with Queen Elizabeth II being the head of state. The country is officially bilingual at the federal level. It is one of the world's most ethnically diverse and multicultural nations, the product of large-scale immigration from many other countries. Its advanced economy is the 10th largest in the world, relying chiefly upon its abundant natural resources and well-developed international trade networks. Canada's long and complex relationship with the United States has had a significant impact on its economy and culture. Canada is a developed country and has the 15th highest nominal per capita income globally as well as the 10th highest ranking in the Human Development Index. It ranks among the highest in international measurements of government transparency, civil liberties, quality of life, economic freedom, and education. Canada is a realm within the Commonwealth of Nations, a member of the Francophonie, and part of several major international and intergovernmental institutions or groupings including the United Nations, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the G7 formerly G8, the Group of 10, the G20, the North American Free Trade Agreement and the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum. Etymology. While a variety of theories have been postulated for the etymological origins of Canada, the name is now accepted as coming from the St. Lawrence Iroquoian word ʻkænədə, meaning village or settlement. 11 in 1535, indigenous inhabitants of the present-day Quebec City region used the word to direct French explorer Jacques Cartier to the village of Stadacona. 12 Cartier later used the word Canada to refer not only to that particular village, but to the entire area subject to ʻkænədə the chief at Stadacona. 12 by 1545, European books and maps had begun referring to this small region along the St. Lawrence River as Canada. 12. From the 16th to the early 18th century, Canada referred to the part of New France that lay along the St. Lawrence River. 13 In 1791, The area became two British colonies called Upper Canada and Lower Canada, collectively named the Canadas, until their union as the British Province of Canada in 1841. 14 Upon Confederation in 1867, Canada was adopted as the legal name for the new country at the London Conference, and the word Dominion was conferred as the country's title. 15 The transition away from the use of Dominion was formally reflected in 1982 with the passage of the Canada Act, which refers only to Canada. Later that year, the name of the national holiday was changed from Dominion Day to Canada Day. 16 The term Dominion is also used to distinguish the federal government from the provinces, though after the Second World War the term federal had replaced Dominion.